Imagine this, you're scrolling through the latest SUV releases, expecting the usual. Another sleek crossover that promises everything but delivers the same old story. Then suddenly, this beast appears on your screen and everything stops. This is the 2026 Honda Crosstour, and no, it's not just a comeback, it's a resurrection. Honda didn't just revive a name, they rebuilt a legend. The Crosstour has returned from the shadows with one purpose: to shake up the entire SUV segment, and honestly, it might just succeed. Now let's be real. We all remember the old Crosstour, the car that tried to blend SUV versatility with coupe-like styling but never quite hit the mark. Fast forward to 2026, and Honda has turned that concept into something bold, aggressive, and absolutely unapologetic. Think of it as the child of a Civic Type R, a CR-V, and a Grand Tourer, raised in a wind tunnel, trained for battle, and dressed for a gala. From the moment you see it, you know Honda isn't playing it safe anymore. The stance is wide, powerful, and athletic, like it's ready to pounce. The front fascia, pure attitude. A sculpted hood with deep muscular lines leads into a massive, gloss-black grille framed by ultra-slim LED matrix headlights. The lighting design alone feels futuristic, something you'd expect from concept cars at auto shows, not from a Honda rolling down your street. Walk around to the side, and the proportions just click. The fastback roofline gives it that coupe-style aggression, while the pronounced rear haunches remind you this thing's got muscle. It's sporty, but practical, the kind of SUV that looks at a Porsche Macan, smirks, and says, "Yeah, I can do that too, with more legroom." The 22-inch forged alloys fill the arches perfectly, and the subtle carbon fiber trims along the window line are a quiet flex that Honda knows you'll notice. But it's when you circle to the back that the Crosstour really makes its statement. The rear is clean yet commanding. A seamless LED light bar stretches across, connecting the tail lamps in a continuous glow that screams modern luxury. A hidden spoiler is integrated into the tailgate, and below that, twin trapezoidal exhausts give it that performance hint without going overboard. The entire silhouette feels like Honda finally cracked the code between aggression and elegance. Now step closer, because the real transformation starts when you open the door. Inside, the Crosstour's cabin feels like Honda secretly stole some of Lexus's luxury engineers. You're greeted by a cockpit that's a masterclass in precision, layered textures, digital minimalism, and ambient lighting that can morph from cool serenity to track night intensity. The materials, nothing short of premium. Hand-stitched leather, brushed aluminum, and open-pore wood inserts create a contrast that feels bespoke, not mass-produced. And that dash, a full-width curved display that seamlessly integrates the driver's cluster and the infotainment system. It's responsive, intuitive, and beautifully animated. The steering wheel feels perfectly weighted, the seats are sculpted for long drives, and even the air vents are laser-cut works of art. You can tell Honda wasn't aiming to compete with the CR-V or Passport anymore. They're gunning straight for the BMW X4, the Genesis GV70, and even the Audi Q5 Sportback. Under the hood, that's where things really get spicy. Depending on your trim, you can choose between a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder pushing around 300 horsepower, or, for the thrill seekers, a hybrid-assisted V6 punching close to 420 horsepower. This setup isn't just powerful, it's intelligent. The electric boost eliminates turbo lag completely, delivering an instant wave of torque the second you tap the pedal. 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds in a Honda family SUV. Yeah, times have changed. And here's the kicker. This Crosstour doesn't just move fast, it moves smart. Honda's SHAWD system has been refined for 2026, dynamically shifting torque between the wheels like it can read your mind. Cornering feels planted, acceleration feels endless, and even in comfort mode, the ride has that magic blend of stiffness and smoothness that you only find in performance luxury crossovers. But performance isn't the only flex here. Honda also rolled out a lineup of custom-built variants that prove the Crosstour can wear any hat it wants. There's the Crosstour Type R Edition, A street-legal monster with a 400-horsepower turbo V6, red bucket seats, and enough aero to make a Lamborghini jealous. Then the Overland Edition, jacked up on 33-inch tires with a factory lift, bash plates, and a roof rack designed to carry everything from tents to kayaks. Think Rivian R1's capability with Honda reliability. And for the tech lovers, the Crosstour Cyberline Edition, full digital dash, AI-assisted driving, neon ambient lighting, and a voice assistant that actually feels useful. It's the kind of SUV that makes you feel like you're driving inside the future. Back to the mainstream model, the interior space is shockingly generous. Rear passengers enjoy near limousine legroom, and the rear seats recline, yes, recline, something you don't expect in this class. Cargo capacity sits well above its rivals, and the rear hatch opens electronically with gesture control. Honda even added a noise cancellation system that makes the cabin whisper quiet, almost like a Lexus LS inside a cocoon. When it comes to price, Honda knows the game it's playing. Expect a starting tag near $48,000 for the base turbo model, rising up to about $65,000 for the hybrid V6 top trim. And honestly, when you compare that to the BMW X4 M40i or the Audi Q555 hybrid, it starts looking like a performance luxury steal. Honda isn't just offering a product here, they're offering value wrapped in presence. Now let's talk about how it feels behind the wheel, because numbers can't tell this story. The Crosstour's acceleration isn't the kind that slams you into your seat, it's smoother, more deliberate. You don't launch forward, you glide forward like the car, anticipating your intention before you even move your foot. Every corner feels natural, every steering input precise. It's not chaotic power, it's refined aggression. On the highway, that hybrid V6 hums so quietly you'll question if the engine's even on. Around town, the EV mode kicks in, letting you glide silently through traffic. And yet, with a quick flick of the drive selector, it turns into a beast. Exhausts crackle, suspension tightens, and that digital cluster glows blood red. It's like flipping a switch from Zen monk to martial artist. Even small details make a difference. The ambient lighting subtly shifts based on speed and driving mode. The panoramic roof opens in 2 stages for airflow control. And Honda's new voice interface doesn't just follow commands, it learns. Say, "I'm cold," and it adjusts the temperature automatically without another word. Honda has even integrated biometric start technology. The car recognizes your fingerprint or smartwatch and unlocks as you approach. And yes, it works in sync with your home devices. You can literally start your Crosstour and precondition the cabin from your living room. So here's the real question. Is this the SUV that changes how people look at Honda? Honestly, yes. This isn't just a family car with fancy badges. It's a symbol of what happens when Honda lets its engineers go wild again, when innovation takes the wheel and plays by no rules. When you see it parked next to a Genesis GV80, it looks bolder. Against a BMW X6, it looks fresher. And compared to most mid-tier luxury SUVs, it feels like Honda brought a sword to a pillow fight. So what's the verdict? The 2026 Honda Crosstour isn't a crossover. It's a declaration, a masterclass in reinvention. It's Honda saying, "We're not here to follow, we're here to redefine." If you're someone who wants performance without arrogance, luxury without excess, and technology that feels intuitive, not intimidating, this is your SUV. It's practical when you need it to be, thrilling when you want it to be, and beautiful every single moment in between. So what do you think? Has Honda just outdone itself with the Crosstour revival? Drop your thoughts below. Would you take this over a BMW X4 or a Lexus RX 500h? And hey, if you love deep dive, cinematic car reviews like this one, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next masterpiece review. You're watching Motor Verdict Meter, where machines aren't just reviewed, they're experienced. Now buckle up, because the next one's going to be even wilder.